KitGuru is with GAMDIAS at Computex 2024, and we've got a lot of cases to get through. We're going to do them fairly swiftly, but we're starting with the hero product, the Neso P1 Pro. P for performance. Loads of glass. I press the button, it opens. I pull the front, it opens. This case, despite appearances, comes with 3 ARGB fans, the 3 in the side. The one in the rear is not included. Just look at that enormous floating graphics card. Loads of space for it. As I say, P for performance, the idea is that air flows in through the floor. I can see 3 fans in the floor of the case, and it flows up and out through the AIO cooler. We have cable grommets because this case is not aimed at the BTF or Project Zero market. Looks interesting. Price around £180 euros dollars, and coming soon. And we have the Neso P1 Pro in black. Again, just to give you a quick look inside. Very smart. Must confess I like this case in white rather than black. And the Atlas P1, priced around £149 euros dollars, coming soon. And I press this button, and the glass swings open. And the same for the front. So performance, airflow, you can see the mesh floor, you can see the AIO mounted in the roof, you can also see here the side mounted fans. You can also see that rotor looks a bit wobbly. 3 ARGB fans, so the 3 in the side, the one at the rear has been added in. So far, I'm preferring the curved glass to the flat glass. And as we move on to the Atlas M1, we can see it has an accessory screen in the side next to the front I/O. Anytime you see a screen in a GAMDIAS case, it is part of the case. It's not an extra that costs you fortunes. They look really smart. I like them. So the Atlas M1 is slightly smaller than the Atlas P1. However, it's still aimed at performance, and it is still ATX. It's not micro ATX. They've bunged a load of fans in this particular build, but you get 3 when you buy it. And we go past the Atlas M1 in white, also with the screen, and we arrive at the Atlas E1. This is priced around 75. If we look at the screen on the black Atlas E1, and then we go to the white one, and we imagine that screen working away. Obviously, the case is barely doing anything. So you can see a bare bones case, priced at about £75 euros dollars. You get 3 fans installed. You get the accessory screen. That strikes me as impressive. Looking forward to reviewing that one. And what, you may wonder, is the difference between an Atlas E1 and an Atlas E2? And the answer is a very small price increase, like 5, maybe £10 euros dollars, and you get curved glass. It's a 2-part panel. You can see the seam. We have thumb screws at the rear, so it's a regular glass panel, but the front has the curved glass, and the whole thing pulls away in one. So I'll put my fingers under there and yank, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want to break it. And we move past the Atlas M2, so now you're getting the theme, curved glass, slightly more for the privilege. This actually is growing on me. I don't like the wobbly fan rotors, but the case itself, the Atlas M2, looks highly promising. And we flip around to what we were told are concept cases, but they look like regular cases to me. Talos E3 MCG. It's a micro ATX case. You can see we've got RGB fans behind tempered glass. Looks very neat. However, I prefer it larger and in white. Just go inside the main compartment. So that's the Talos M3 CG. That looks really smart. It's kind of all components we've seen before, but it works. You'll notice here we don't have any LCD screens. And the Talos E3 CG. I'm taking it that E stands for essential still. They don't look very essential to me. These look premium. And I am loving what's going on with these RGB fans behind that glass front panel. The combination of RGB and dark glass, that's working for me. None of these cases come with both panels in the package. You either buy glass or you buy mesh. And this is the Talos M3 mesh. It's filtered, although you can, if you choose, remove the filter. However, the airflow through that mesh front panel should, by eye, be okay. Without the filter, I'm sure it'll be absolutely epic, but we like filters. These are looking impressive. The Athena M3, we are told, priced around £65 euros dollars with 4 RGB fans and curved mesh. This to me is the hero product, but it's hidden away over the side of the booth. I like the look of this a lot. GAMDIAS is dipping their toe in the water with server or workstation cases. You can see they're large, they've got high performance fans at the front, multiple drive bays, and you can see this front panel, when I pull it out and turn it around, has a kind of duct or guide to guide air towards those three front fans. I find it slightly surprising if we return to this case here, the Athena P3, and we look at this version of it with a glass side panel. The idea of glass on your workstation or server, that's slightly unusual. It says to me these are more repurposed large desktop PCs rather than dedicated server or workstation cases, but potentially they'll work perfectly fine. We then have a selection of liquid coolers, the Cheon or Kion M4 360 Elite and M4 240 Elite, LCD screen on the pump, ARGB galore. Sadly they're not running so we can't see it. And we have a couple of air towers. We can see this is a dual tower, a chunky tower, a small tower, two fans, and this is a single fan unit outside of the tower. The Boreas P282L is a twin tower cooler, a chunky tower, a fan, a slim tower, and another fan, LCD in the top. And then we come across to the Boreas M261L, chunky tower, single fan, and again you get the LCD. And here we have the Nesso once again, the case we started with but laid down. How have they done that? The answer is magnetic feet. We saw a simple design when we were at Be Quiet for their new feet design. Here's how it works. And if we were standing the case up, we'd remove this blanking cover, as they have done down below, and we simply drop the foot in place. There we go, out, and in with the cover. Nice and simple, and very smart. The Atlas P2, and by now you've got the gist. So P for performance, 2 means curved glass. Here is that curved glass in one piece. And you get 3 ARGB fans, despite the fact they've got an extra 4th fan in the rear, plus the fans on the power supply shroud. And yes, we still have the slightly wobbly fan rotors. Priced at £149 US dollars, that strikes me as a case with potential. I have to say the Intel Arc A750 graphics card is looking a little lonely inside this large case. And we can see the GAMDIAS liquid cooler on the CPU, and we can have a good look at the display, which I rather like. And I'm going to sign off in front of this large array of GAMDIAS products just to show you the extent of their portfolio. Loads of RGB fans in different configurations, shapes and styles. We have liquid coolers. We also have laptop cooling stands over to the right. To the left we have air coolers, and we have a whole bunch of power supplies. Lots of interesting stuff to see at Computex 2024 with GAMDIAS. It's kitguru.net on the web. We're on TikTok. Throw us a like, give us a subscribe.